As we mentioned, we have a breaking news story tonight. It's about fresh scrutiny surrounding Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. According to an exclusive NBC News report that broke just before we came on the air here tonight, Pompeo and his wife have been holding private after-hours dinners on government property, and we quote from the story. State Department officials involved in the dinner said they'd raised concerns internally that the events were essentially using federal resources to cultivate a donor and supporter base for Pompeo's political ambitions, complete with extensive contact information that gets sent back to Susan Pompeo's personal email address. Here with us to talk about it, one of the reporters who broke the story, NBC News national political reporter Josh Lederman. So, Josh, tell us about your reporting. Tell us about the dinners. And because we're all free to have dinner in a free society, the question becomes about who picks up the check. Also, some of the boldface type dinner guests you've learned about.
Right. Well, you'll remember from your days as a White House correspondent, Brian, covering state dinners at the White House where usually a foreign head of state is honored. These Madison dinners that were being held at the State Department were kind of like a state dinner with all of the pomp and circumstance, a harpist brought in, photographers taking photos in front of the fire, except the guest of honor seemed to be Secretary Pompeo himself. At all 24 of these dinners that have happened so far before coronavirus shut them down. A lot of pomp and circumstance, a lot of guests who had more political ties than they did any ties to diplomacy. And the concern here, Brian, obviously being it is you, the American taxpayer, footing the bill for these dinners. We know from speaking to State Department officials for this story that they were concerned that those who were assigned to put these dinners together were essentially building a Rolodex that Mike Pompeo could use for a future political run because all of the detailed names, contact information, personal assistant cell phones were all in this database for invitees for this dinner, then sent back to Mrs. Pompeo's personal Gmail address. That's raising concerns we're hearing tonight from congressional committees. But all of this taking place, Brian, as Mike Pompeo is under increasing scrutiny as this inspector general is removed. We are now also reporting that among the issues that Inspector General was looking into was the misuse potentially of a political appointee to do personal tasks. As of tonight, NBC News is now able to report that political appointee is an official named Tony Porter, who was actually working directly on these dinners. But we've reached out to the State Department, Brian, and they are defending these Madison dinners that Pompeo has been holding, saying they are a legitimate diplomatic purpose and saying that once coronavirus is over, the Secretary plans to continue them. Brian?
Quick question, Josh, and then I have to let you go. Number one, did you say 24 dinners? And number two, can you give us an idea of the prominent types on the guest list?
Yeah, it was about 24 dinners that had happened when coronavirus stopped social gatherings. We also reviewed internal State Department calendars that showed that more dinners had been on the books through October of this year. And as far as those special guests, we're talking about major business leaders like the head of Raytheon, the head of Chick-fil-A, which isn't really a company known to do a lot of diplomacy work, as well as major Republican donors who have been influential in the past and could potentially be useful for the secretary to have connections with in the future.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.